Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm out in the garden and I want to give you an update on what's going on, what's growing, what I have left, because I still have quite a bit to plant out. Look at that sunset. Okay, let me show you. So here is a brief glance at the garden right now. So let's go row by row. I'm going to talk about my cattle panel trellis that I have going on. So my first row consists of sunflowers and onions, and my sunflowers are getting started. Look, I mean, I am like so pumped. I thought they'd be taller. I need to go back and look at my notes for the variety that I have. But oh my goodness, that's exciting. I have my onions planted in here as well. And I did that just because it said that onions and sunflowers can be planted together. So I believe on the side closest to me is my yellow onion, and then I think my 1015s are over here. Let me see. That's sunflower. I don't see my marker. These are all white, so I think these are my 1015s on the other side. They are doing well. When I planted these guys, I lopped off all of the green that existed. Oh, look at that baby grasshopper I just killed. I lopped off all of the greens, and these guys are doing really well. This is all new growth, and so that's good. I have never been successful with onions, so I have no clue what these are gonna do, if I'm gonna get bulbs out of them or not, but they're planted. I also added, I had some bunching onions, and I got those in the ground not too long ago, and those are doing really well as well. On this row, this is a lemon star marigold. These are my dahlias that I planted from seed. And this is my zinnia row that I ended up having to plant from seed because I basically killed what I planted from seed. This is more sunflowers, more onions, and then this direction I have corn and a variety of beans and peas. I need to come back and add all of my straw. I went ahead and planted another row of beans and peas and corn on this row, and then those, let me get a little closer. So this happens to be a plant that I got too overzealous with. Thankfully it lived. This one did not. That's okay. So here are more zinnia seeds. Was waiting for them to pop up before I put straw around them. It's still pretty muddy this way, but I'm just gonna zoom in. So these were my zinnia plants, and I went ahead and planted out what I thought had enough green, and it worked for the most part. I think I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that really were dead, but I can just pop some seeds in there. I still have a lot of weeding to do. This is all basil. Let me zoom back out. This is all basil. There's regular basil in there. There's lemon basil. There's cinnamon basil. So that is some basil. I need to really clean this out. This is garlic. I just have not had the chance. Let me go this way. Here's another one that I planted that I thought I killed, but it survived. I have a huge weed I need to get out. This is all garlic. A marigold plant, and then I've got nasturtiums and okra growing here. And then a whole flat of nasturtiums down there that I need to take care of. More weeds to take care of. Weeds are a full-time job, yo. Marigold. I've got tomatoes, and in between tomatoes, I have more lemon star, marigold, and dill. So I interplanted dill and lemon star down the tomato row. Also down this tomato row is a combination of dill and basil, actually. We go this way. This is my lavender, and I just need to get some more mulch out. So you can see I've got basil aligned with my tomato plants. I've got tomatoes growing. I have lots of flowers. That's good. I do not remember what I planted right here. So this is going to be a surprise. It could be my echinacea, or it could not be. Don't remember. I've got cosmos down there. I'll show you a little closer up. I have plenty more that are waiting, that are flowering in the warehouse to get planted out. And then I just planted out, I believe this is straw flower. And some of these guys were just kind of hidden inside each other. So I still have a few that are in there. Yes, straw flower. So all straw flower. They got planted out yesterday. So I'm hoping their roots start to take hold soon. And then this is bee balm down here. And then I've got a whole row of strawberries. You can see my broccoli. These are all of my peppers. And then we get to my cattle panel row. And these are all pumpkins. Pumpkins. These are all pumpkins. And then I have a few crooked neck squash right here. I believe these 3 plants are crooked neck squash. I have an oregano plant here, but these are all pumpkins. And they just got watered. Their roots need to take hold. And then these are, I think, cucumbers and zucchini and loofah. And then I start my cantaloupe is planted in here. So cantaloupe in here. And I have a couple of watermelons here. And then the rest of this is watermelon. So that is what is currently growing in the garden. Now let's talk about this cattle panel that I'm walking under. So these are 16 feet cattle panels by 50 inches, and I got them at my local Tractor Supply. These guys, I have 10 of them. So I did 5 and 5 with an aisle in between because I wanted an aisle. This is a very large garden. It's just shy of 5,000 square feet. So I wanted to be able to get my watering in easy, or as easy as I can, without really having utilities out here. And so I made a middle aisle. So 5 panels. They are attached to T-posts. We just use zip ties for the T-posts, and it's gonna be fine. Now when they start putting some weight on, I will probably put more zip ties on, especially as they start to climb. You can see that we started to zip tie the sections together. Let me flip around. But I have them spaced. This is approximately 5 feet. My goal was to be able to walk underneath it without hitting my head. And I was really hoping that my husband, who is 6'3", could also walk underneath this without hitting his head. And that test was proven. We both can walk under without hitting our heads. Now, once this starts to fill up, then we probably both will have to duck because you're just gonna have, you know, leaves everywhere. So that is the cattle panel. It was very easy to do. It is definitely at minimum a 2-person deal. It helps if you have a 3rd person. We had our neighbor who helped us, and it made things go so much easier. I will link the reel that kind of shows you the behind the scenes of us actually putting it together so that you have an idea. But my spacing again is about 5 feet from end to end so that a 6 foot tall person could easily walk underneath it. Now I have hilled rows, and I tried spacing this particular last hill wider just so that I could get 5 feet spacing with the panel and have my rows as close to the panel edge as I could get it when I was setting up my rows with my tractor. So you can tell that the spacing between this row and this row is narrower, and this one is a little wider. So I did that on purpose. It's not perfect, but you know, gardening's not perfect. So I wanted to come down here and show you the cosmos, because this is kind of where water kind of stands because we're coming downhill. So I have, oh gosh, I forgot to plant those cosmos out. So much to do. So I have cosmos here, and this is the row that they will be planted on. I need to get my netting set up. So this is my netting setup. I just bought these on Amazon. These are 4 foot tall. They have metal in the middle. It is not like a T-post at all. So don't order it thinking that it is going to be like a badass pole. But it works for what I need it to. So you just, it's got a pointy end. Show you that? Yep. Well, I just stuck it in the dirt, but there's a pointy end. You can hear that tree frog. So we're just gonna shove it in. It's not easy to do one-handed, but you just shove it in and then you can put your netting on. So I'm gonna do that eventually. So I got a net. I netted that one already. Those are dahlias. I need to add netting to the zinnias over there. I don't think I need netting where no, I do. I will need netting. I've got dahlias going more that way too. So dahlias over there, and then my cosmos are gonna need netting. So a half a row of netting, and then my straw flowers might need netting. I need to go back and look at my notes to see if they are gonna need netting. But so there you have it, friend. That is an update on the garden, and I still have, like I mentioned, potatoes to plant out. I really hope I have not ruined them. And I have about 7 or 8 more flats of flowers to transplant out. And then I just need to look at my notes to see what I have to direct seed, because I feel like there's a lot of gaps in there and I don't know what I'm missing. But all of my vegetables and fruits are planted out except potatoes. And that's my last veggie that I have to get planted. So hit that subscribe button, follow along for more, don't ever miss out. Plus, watch my daily shorts. Like, I have short form content being published every single day, so make sure you're following along there too. Until next time.